no secret that the biggest part of the motorcycle market in South Africa is the adventure bike market. And up until about a year ago, that market was very much dominated by the European manufacturers. They've stolen a march on the rest of the world by developing those bikes that really do appeal to our sort of riders in this country. Big, imposing adventure bikes that you can go kind of anywhere with. So if you go out into the countryside and you come across a dirt road or some gravel, no problem, adventure bike takes care of all of that. They're also more comfortable than super bikes, for instance. Their handling is neutral, so on the tar and on the dirt, pretty neutral. So they really are safe to ride. But a year ago, Honda decided to get back into that market because they used to have what they called the Africa Twin, which was a 750cc V-twin, and they designed and built that bike for a good number of years. And for some reason, Honda decided to get out of that market. A year ago, they've come back with the brand new Africa Twin, which is an inline twin-cylinder 1000cc motor. And quite cleverly, Honda looked at the market, looked at the other bikes in the market, they studied them and decided to come up with what you see in front of me now. And it is called the CRF 1000L. So Honda are back into that market, and is it successful? Well, I think so, very much so in fact, because when they studied the other bikes, they realized most of them have too much power for what they're designed for. They're too heavy as well, and too imposing. They've come up with something much more middle of the road, far less horsepower. In fact, just on 100 horsepower for this bike, 1000cc 100 horsepower, makes a lot of sense. And on top of that, they've made a bike that handles extremely neutrally and better in the dirt than 99% of the opposition. They put a 21-inch front wheel fitted as standard, and anybody that knows anything about dirt bikes, that is crucial. The larger front tire makes a huge difference when you're riding in the sand and in the gravel. It gives you so much more confidence with the front end of the bike. I actually find it quite difficult to understand why some of the other adventure bikes in the market have the smaller 19-inch front wheel. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. The more horsepower they give them, the more electronic aids they give them, it simply pushes up the price. And that's also where Honda were quite clever. They came out with a bike that has very little in the way of electronics. Traction control and ABS, and that's about it. It keeps the cost well down. So the Honda Africa Twin in our market has proved successful for one other reason. On top of that, it's a great bike, and that is the price. It's just about the most affordable adventure bike in this country at the moment. Now, talking affordable, well, this particular bike is probably the most affordable adventure bike in the country at the moment. This bike on sale at Fired Up in 4Ways for under 150,000 Rand. That really for me was a bargain of a lifetime. So I had to get out and ride this bike and see what it's all about. It's only got 3,000 Ks on it, but there's a much bigger trick to this bike because it's been fitted with rapid bike electronics, and that's what makes this Africa Twin so much different to the rest. The first thing you notice when you're riding a bike like this with the rapid bike system in place is, of course, the handlebar layout. It's got a dash layout on the handlebar, which gives you a whole lot of information about the motorcycle. And secondly, the quick shifter. Straight away, you notice that this bike has got a quick shifter. Now, what does quick shifter mean? It means you can change gear at any time without playing with the throttle or the clutch. You simply bang on the gear lever. And that I really like on this motorcycle. So once again, I've had a great time out here riding motorcycles, adventure bikes, probably one of my passions. Africa Twin, probably my favorite adventure bike of all time right